Hello, hello, beautiful humans, and welcome back to Downloads with Dawn, part of the Aligned Human Project, where consciousness meets creation and alignment becomes a way of life. Today's episode is big. It's tender, it's transformational, and it is needed because we're heading into the holidays, a season that reveals more truth, more wounds, and more activation than almost any other time of the year. You're not imagining it. You're not being dramatic. You're not regressing. The holidays activate the pain body and they reactivate the parts of you where the feminine was silenced. In this episode, we're going to explore why the feminine gets overwhelmed during December and how the holiday expectations trigger suppressed emotions, how the pain body hijacks your reactions, why childhood patterns resurface around family, and how to stay in coherence when others are not, and how healing the feminine restores inner stability, power, and presence. This isn't just a conversation. This is preparation for your peace, your sovereignty, your nervous system, and your alignment. So take a breath, drop your shoulders, and let's begin. Here's the thing no one admits. The holidays don't make us emotional. They reveal what we've been carrying all year, and they reveal the split that is inside of us. Because December often activates family patterns, old wounds, beliefs you didn't choose, versions of you that no longer exist, pressure to perform, pressure to be who you used to be, and pressure to be fine, grateful, easy, or polite. The feminine, the part of you that feels, gets that gut instinct, gets overwhelmed. And the masculine, the part that does, the doer, gets overworked. And coherence collapses. This is why people snap, shut down, overgive, overspend, overdrink, withdrawal, spiral, not because they're weak, but because they're incoherent. Let's talk about the feminine in you. What is it? Because it's not only in women, it's in everyone. The divine feminine is not gender specific. The feminine is intuition, sensation, it's emotion, boundaries, receiving. It's the slowness, truth, it's creativity, it's the inner knowing, and it's also energetic honesty. This is the part that often whispers to you, I'm tired. I don't want to go. This doesn't feel right. I need rest. I don't like this dynamic. That comment hurt. I don't want to pretend right now, or I'm overwhelmed. However, over the holidays, our divine feminine is often asked to smile, to stay quiet, to keep the peace, to show up, to give more, to hold everything, to carry the emotional load, to ignore the body, ignore the truth, ignore the pain. It's no wonder she collapses. It's no wonder she cries in the bathroom. It's no wonder she feels numb. No wonder she shuts down. December is the annual reenactment of feminine suppression, and she feels it. This brings us to the pain body and why holidays trigger it so hard. So let's bring this into a deeper lens. Eckhart Tolle describes the pain body as an emotional residue of your past, the unprocessed wounds that live in your body and awaken under stress or familiarity. The pain body is made up of unprocessed emotions, thoughts, experiences, and beliefs. And these can be from this lifetime or prior to, which includes epigenetics, ancestral, cultural, and even gender wounds. Only while we are in manifested or corporeal body does this feel like a heavy load to bear. Prior to, while in spirit or non-corporeal form, the idea of processing these wounds seems reasonable. It feels doable. I personally believe that we pick our parents. We do this to give ourselves a specific starting point to process energy, not only for our own growth and ascension, but for the universe as a whole. I don't believe that we are being punished. I believe that our lives are opportunities. It is only when we judge them as good or bad, right or wrong, that suffering begins. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Suffering is caused by our thoughts that life should be different than it is. Just let that land. Here's the powerful thing. The pain body isn't random. It is most easily activated in familiar environments, especially around people who shaped your early identity. The holidays check every box. Same house, same patterns, same dynamics, same expectations, same unspoken rules, same childhood roles. This environment is a pain body trigger field. And much of your pain body comes from this. Times you're feminine, times you had to be the strong one, times you weren't allowed to feel, times you had to be perfect, times you swallowed your truth to keep peace, times your boundaries were ignored by you or others, times emotions were dangerous, times you had to abandon yourself to belong. During the holidays, these memories don't return as thoughts. They return as sensations: tight chest, heat in the face, anxiety, shutdown, irritation, numbness, exhaustion, emotional flashbacks. This isn't regression. This is your system revealing what needs integration. This is not failure. This is an invitation, an opportunity. Let's talk about the 3 layers of coherence. Coherence isn't calmness. It's an alignment between 1, your nervous system. So we have nervous system coherence, which is regulation, presence, and choice. So holiday triggers often push you into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And before you react, your system is already dysregulated. This is why regulation first is everything. So we want to pause, take a breath, feel, get present in your body, and then align. Choose to respond. This is free will. This is you taking your power. The second is emotional coherence. Feel, name, allow, and release. Emotions become toxic only when suppressed. Most holiday conflict comes from unspoken emotions. Emotion itself only takes 90 seconds to move if you allow yourself to feel it. So we feel it, we name it, we allow it, and then we allow it to release, to flow through you. This can mean stepping out and literally shaking it off. And then 3 is field coherence. Who you are in the moment, your signal, truth, your boundaries, your presence, your identity. You can be regulated. You can feel your emotions. But if you collapse your truth, coherence breaks. These 3 layers create a holiday protection system, not for escape, but for sovereignty. The law of reflection teaches that everything external reflects your internal state. This means when you ignore your feminine, you attract people who ignore your needs. When you collapse your boundaries, others will push you further. When you self-abandon, others will follow your lead. And when you lose coherence, the room destabilizes. But equally, when you honor your feminine, the room shifts. When you regulate yourself, others calm. When you speak your truth, patterns break. When you choose coherence, chaos loses its power. This is also where we bring the feminine masculine integration arc. So first, the feminine speaks the truth. She feels what's real. She senses into the misalignment, and then she signals the need. And then second, the masculine protects the truth. He sets the boundary. He organizes the plan. He creates structure. He holds presence. He stands for coherence. This is how you remain sovereign in environments that once demanded your collapse. So it's not one or the other, it's always both. Now let's zoom out and look at the research. Research from the HeartMath Institute, reinforced by Gregg Braden, shows that one coherent individual changes the electromagnetic field of the room. Joe Dispenza's work adds, your nervous system becomes a broadcasting tower. And the quantum principles tell us coherence collapses possibility into form with precision. But what does all that mean? You don't need your family to behave differently. You only need to remain coherent. Your presence becomes the tuning fork. Your coherence becomes the interrupter of generational patterns. Your nervous system becomes the regulator of the room. This is why your work matters over the holidays. This is why coherence is revolutionary. So let's take a pause and move this from the intellectual and bring it into the heart with an embodiment practice. We'll call this one returning to the feminine. So place one hand on your heart, one on your belly, maybe just your fingertips on your heart. And just close your eyes and just inhale, soft, slow, and gentle. And just be present. And then exhale even slower and ask, what part of me has been silenced? Just let her speak. Where have I been abandoning myself? Just let her show you. What does my feminine need from me today? Just let her answer without any judgment. And then whisper, I hear you. I trust you. And I'm here with you now. This is coherence. This is restoration. This is the return of the feminine. This is the healing of the pain body. This is the rise of the aligned human. If this episode stirred something in you, if you felt your truth rise, if you recognized your patterns in what I shared, you are not alone. You are not broken. You are awakening. Here's where to go to next. The alignment audit. See where your feminine has been silenced. And the burnout to alignment blueprint. Rebuild coherence from the inside out. They're both free resources. Now you can also join Align Your Life, a 12-month journey through the laws of co-creation to restore the feminine, rise the masculine, and become the aligned human you were always meant to be. This December isn't about getting through the holidays. It's about becoming the version of yourself who no longer abandons your truth to make others or yourself comfortable. This is your return. This is your restoration. This is your alignment with love, depth, and coherence. I will see you in the next episode.